sounds like with that, you've been able to evolve since day one with Vert. What kind of trends are you seeing out there in the industry today for ESG? And I guess since while we're on the topic of real estate, even across REITs, I mean, what are some of the trends you're seeing evolve? And I'm sure that I hear that a lot of things are happening quickly, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Well, I think on the investor side, right, ESG investing and sustainable investing has gone from a niche, pursued by just a few people, to being embraced by large institutions, by 401k plans, by individual investors, by financial advisors. It's really exploded. And as a result of that, companies are responding. More and more public companies are making stronger and stronger commitments to sustainability, and they're reporting more on those efforts, things like their greenhouse gas emissions, the way they work with their supply chain, all kinds of data has now become available. So it's with more of that data, better quality data available, and more demand from investors, we can do our jobs better of investing on a sustainable basis in companies.
Yeah, just to add to that, it's important that the investor community receives this data from companies, non-financial data, through the resources that they use, like a Bloomberg terminal. And that has now started to happen and has been happening for a few years, but is more formalized now. With CDP, Carbon Disclosure Project, and also SASB, Sustainability Accounting Standards Board. Those two efforts have really moved the quality of non-financial data to a data space that investors can use.
So it sounds like that's the data aspect has evolved pretty quickly through use of technology. Are there anything that maybe hasn't gone as fast or as well as you or others in this ESG sustainability space would have liked? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to say there, but anything that sticks out?
Yeah, it's what we talked about before. As Sarah said, the frameworks and the standards around the data are starting to make those more robust and standardized. But the terminology is exploding in the other direction, right? So now we hear people talking about using the word ESG to talk about impact investing or to talk about SRI. And so that terminology and the jargon has made things worse, actually, and more confusing.
Right. So kind of saying with that, because again, I think a lot of us are guilty in our industry of using jargon, right, for anything, not just ESG. And a lot of consumers, investors that try to read, especially in today's social media world where it's just nonstop coming at us.